If you saw Boyz in the Hood as a young teen when it dropped in 1991, we know it definitely punched you in the gut. We all had a talented friend like Ricky, a homeboy like Trey, and a doughboy who couldn't stop getting in trouble. It's been 30 years, so you're probably wondering, where are all these OGs now? Well, buckle up. We're about to dig into their lives. Some of these stories will blow your mind. Let's go. First up, the golden boy himself, Trey Styles, the smart kid who stayed out of trouble thanks to his father, Furious. He was played by Cuba Gooding Jr., who was just 23. By 1996, he had already made it out of the hood and was screaming, "Show me the money," in Jerry Maguire.
Show me the money.
He played roles in movies like A Few Good Men, The Tuskegee Airmen, and Outbreak. Life after that was a roller coaster. Cuba stacked up a net worth of around $12 million. But over 20 women accused him of inappropriate behavior. In 2022, he pleaded guilty to forcible touching. Today, he is 57 years old and is slowly creeping back into projects. It's time for the one and only Ice Cube. Cube stepped into the role of Doughboy at just 22 years old, and he brought the pain and the realness. His acting was so good that the ending scene made us cry. But Cube didn't stop there. As of 2025, he's sitting on a cool $160 million. He built this by releasing so many hit songs like Every Day's a Payday. He starred in many films like Barbershop and Are We There Yet? He also co-wrote and produced Straight Outta Compton. He even started the Big 3 basketball league. He caught some heat with a lawsuit drama over security gone wrong. But as of 2025, Ice Cube is 55 and a good father. Let's talk about the wisest man in the movie Furious Styles, played by Laurence Fishburne. In 1991, Laurence was only 30 years old, and he played Trey's father like he was born to. He dropped deep knowledge bombs that had many thinking hard. After Boyz in the Hood, Laurence kept winning. He played Morpheus in The Matrix. He also acted in What's Love Got to Do with It, Hannibal, John Wick, and even Blackish. Today, Fish is 63 years old and boasts a comfy $30 million net worth while still winning awards. His private life is drama-free, and he has avoided scandals. He has managed to keep that smooth, fatherly energy we all love. We are still not over Ricky's death. Even after such a high SAT score, Morris Chestnut broke every heart in 1991, playing the golden boy we all rooted for, but who never made it out of the hood. But he has played many other memorable characters too. He acted in hit movies like The Best Man, Like Mike, The Brothers, and The Resident, just to name a few. By 2025, Morris had stacked a respectable $6 million fortune. He also wrote a fitness book titled The Cut, where he flexed his abs like he's 25 instead of 50 plus. Today, Chestnut is 56 years old and still healthy. It's time for the queen of the 90s, Nia Long. Nia was only 20 years old when she played Brandy, Trey's gorgeous, level-headed girlfriend, who made every man wish they had a Nia in their life. The scene where she encouraged Trey to cry and the scene where she tried to stop him from going to a shootout is forever etched in our memories. And Nia has stayed booked and busy. She has bagged roles in movies like Friday, Love Jones, The Fresh Prince, and so many more. Today, she's sitting pretty with about $5 million in the bank. She did hit a rough patch in 2022 when her fiancé cheated, leading to their breakup, but she is still everyone's crush. This movie was one of our first introductions to Angela Bassett. She played Trey's mother, Reva, with sass at just 32. Reva was a good mother who sent Trey to live with his father to instill discipline in him. From What's Love Got to Do with It, to Waiting to Exhale, to a queenly role in Black Panther, Angela Bassett has been setting standards for what black excellence looks like in Hollywood. Today, she's rocking a $25 million net worth and still aging like fine wine. She has had little to no scandals and is forever iconic. She has also received multiple awards and nominations throughout her career. As of 2025, she is 66 years old. Next up, the fierce Tyra Farrell. Tyra brought Ricky and Doughboy's mom, Brenda, to life. Brenda was tough, tired, and fighting for her kids like so many real-life moms we know. We watch her struggle to keep her family together, even though her obvious favoritism ruins her efforts. Farrell was born on January 28, 1962, making her approximately 29 years old during filming. After Boyz in the Hood, Tyra kept acting through the 90s, snagging roles in Poetic Justice and White Men Can't Jump. She also had recurring roles in television series such as ER and Empire. She has a net worth of about $1 million, and her legacy is unshakable. Today, she is 63 years old. You might remember Reg Green as Doughboy's ride-or-die homie who survived that shootout, but ended up in a wheelchair. He was one of the funniest in his clique, and kept us giggling with all his outbursts about religion and Christianity. He even tried to get his boys to hit on girls in the church. Even in a wheelchair, he was one of the most loyal members of his clique. After Boyz in the Hood, Reg didn't chase Hollywood fame after Boyz. He has lived a very private life with no scandals. But he has spoken extensively about the tragic childhood he faced growing up. We have to give respect where it's due. One role and he's still remembered 30+ years later. Remember little Trey getting into scrapes before he moved to another side of town to live with his father? Who helped him? That was Desi Arnaz Hines II, who was only 10 years old during filming. Desi killed his role as an innocent young boy filled with rage about his environment. He was smart, but problematic and even fought with his friends. Desi took on a few more acting roles after Boyz, but mostly disappeared from Hollywood early and went into the Navy. He is 45 years old now. He went to university and is now a writer for a writers guild. And now for the young, wild, chubby-cheeked Baha Jackson, who played a younger version of Doughboy. Baha brought all the bad boy energy at just 10 years old, and he gave us the blueprint for who Doughboy would become. Who can forget him fighting men twice his age for his brother's ball? From the first time he showed up on the screen, cursing out his friends and even laughing at Trey for being overworked like Kunta Kinte, we knew we had a fun character in our hands. Unfortunately, he hasn't done much acting after Boyz in the Hood. Baha seems to have stepped back from the limelight and from Hollywood altogether, but according to him, he still acts every day. Now, for the man who made our blood boil, Officer Coffee, played by Jesse Laurence Ferguson. He was born on June 8, 1941, in the Bronx, New York, so it was no wonder he could bring to life the complex character of a black LAPD officer projecting his self-hate onto his community. Ferguson's career spanned from 1979 to 1995, and he played tough roles in Prince of Darkness and Darkman. He also appeared in TV series like Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The A-Team. Sadly, Ferguson passed away on April 26, 2019, at the age of 77 due to a heart attack. Though his career was brief, it was memorable. Next is Louis Crump, the USC recruiter who offered Ricky a scholarship. He was so kind to Ricky and even gave him much-needed advice. He was played by John Cothran Jr., a very promising actor. John was born on October the 31st, 1947, in St. Louis, Missouri, and his character was symbolic. It was hope amidst adversity. Cothran has actually enjoyed a good acting career and has even won roles in films like Black Snake Moan, Yes Man, and The Cell. He has also starred in TV shows like The West Wing, ER, and Star Trek. Today, Cothran continues to contribute to the arts and is also incredibly philanthropic. Who could forget Dookie, the character with the ever-present pacifier? Dedrick D. Gabert brought this role to life. His character was a fitting symbol of the loss of innocence of the young men in the Hood. Born on November 25, 1971, in Shreveport, Louisiana, Gobert was only 19 during filming. He appeared in other John Singleton films like Poetic Justice in 1993. Unfortunately, he was shot and killed during a gang-related altercation on November 19, 1994, just days before his 23rd birthday. His real life seemed to have fittingly embodied the themes of the movie, and his portrayal of Dookie remains a strong reminder of the challenges faced by youth in inner-city communities. Lloyd Avery II played a gangster who was a part of Ferris's crew. He was one of the gang members responsible for the tragic death of Ricky Baker. In fact, he did the shooting. The gangster would later meet his tragic end in a parking lot. Lloyd was 22 years old when the movie aired. His role, though minor, was quite pivotal. After Boyz in the Hood, Avery appeared in films like Poetic Justice in 1993 and Lockdown in 2000. However, his life took a terrible turn when he was convicted of double homicide. While serving his sentence, Avery was killed by his cellmate in 2005 at the age of 36. So, his last media release was in 2000. In 1991, we met Regina King for the first time. She played Shalika, a spirited and outspoken character. She has since shown in roles like Dana Jones in Friday and Marcy Tidwell in Jerry Maguire. She was in Enemy of the State, Ray, and Miss Congeniality too, and even appeared in TV shows like Southland, American Crime, and 7 Seconds. Her performances garnered multiple Emmy Awards, highlighting her prowess in dramatic roles. Then, she stepped behind the camera and made a feature film, One Night in Miami. She has even hosted SNL. In 2022, unfortunately, Regina faced tragedy with the loss of her son, Ian Alexander Jr. Before the Brandy we all fell in love with came on the scene, we had Nicole Brown, who played the young Brandy and Trey's crush. We get one scene of her when she is walking into a home with her mother, but cannot stop turning around to look at Trey. Born in the early 1980s, Brown was likely around 10 during filming. Her role set the stage for the character's development, later portrayed by Nia Long. Unfortunately for us who love her subsequent acting credits are minimal, but she went to Columbia University and interned at Miramax before taking her first Hollywood job at Mark Platt Productions. Now, she is a married mother of 2. Remember the young and pretty teacher we were introduced to in one of the first scenes, who was Susan Falcon. She plays Mrs. Olaf, Trey's teacher, who he interrupts in class and who has to tell him to come up in front and teach. She soon has to stop him from fighting one of his friends, who refuses to agree that he is from Africa. She later informs his mother about his behavior issues, which leads to a significant change in his upbringing. Her character symbolizes stereotyping, especially when she is shocked that Trey has a father. Details about Falcon's age during filming and her subsequent career are quite scarce, but it doesn't matter. She is such an unforgettable actress. Her scene was so brief, but she sure nailed it. Esther Scott played Tisha's grandmother, who returned to the house after forgetting her purse, only to catch her granddaughter and Trey going at it. She might have been old in the movie, but she was agile enough to skip steps and try to catch Trey as he leaped out of the window. Born in 1953, Scott was around 38 during filming. She had a prolific career, appearing in films like Transformers, shot in 2007, and The Pursuit of Happiness, shot in 2006. She also appeared in television series like The Wayans Brothers and Heart of Dixie. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2020 at the age of 66. We only get a glimpse of this sweet little thing during Trey's imagination. That was Leonette Scott. She played Tisha, a character who adds so well to the film's portrayal of youth experiences in South Central Los Angeles. She is the sweet thing Trey describes to his father and claims he broke his virginity with, just like many young men tend to do to massage their ego. She is so pretty and memorable that her few scenes still make the rounds on social media today. After this movie, she tried to pursue a modeling career but was soon arrested for drugs. After she was released, she got married and immediately became very private. It seems she didn't like being in the media very much. But we cannot end this without talking about Shanice, Ricky's devoted girlfriend and the mother of his child. Shanice loves Ricky so much that she moved in with him and supported all his dreams. She is even cooking for him when he goes to the store and gets killed. Shanice was played by Alicia Rogers, and her character showed how the environment affected young women. Alicia was born on June 19, 1975, so she was about 16 when this movie was released. After Boyz n the Hood, she starred alongside Tupac Shakur in Class Act in 1992. But then she took a hiatus from acting to focus on raising her daughter. Later, she made a return with the film Beyond Merit in 2014. That's it for our Boyz n the Hood cast journey. Did we miss any? Tell us in the comments below. Also, tell us which character's journey surprised you the most. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. Who knows? We might review your favorite movie next.